Hello. My name is Sophia Keohane, and I am a Boston-based multi-hyphenate artist. I specialize in the written word, the art of the stage, and body art. That's my headshot and resi. You can take a picture of my phone number if you'd like. I know some of you boys wanna already. I was born in Newton, Massachusetts, but after some deep personal reflection, I realized that I'm actually from, spiritually, New York City and just around the corner. Everyone always asks me, Soph, when did you know that you had the gift of being a wordsmith? And I always tell them, I've always been a bookworm. Ever since I was a little baby. When I was a baby, my mother would try to soothe me with a bottle or a doll, but I would only come if I was handed Dostoevsky or Austen. My first word was catharsis. The second, ethereal. Before I read the excerpt of this novel I'm working on, I just wanted to explain what it means to be a writer. And I'll have to quote a dear friend of mine, just kind of to get that point across, because sometimes other words do more than your own, you know what I mean? Okay. Dear Sophia, we would love to have you model for the next 10 issues of Vogue. Oh, sorry. Really weird wrong note. Okay, there we are. This one's so cute. Writer's gonna write. So sweet. And how can we stop when we have the time-honored duty of sharing important stories with the public? I wanted to highlight a piece I am working on right now entitled Honey, It's Done, or Soph's Game. This is a memoir highlighting the complexities of the American family unit. Here's an excerpt. By the time I was 17, I had learned 3 essential lessons. 1, prom is the best. 2, boys love flirty girls who show a little leg. 3, Granddad's got some skeletons in his closet. Now, dear reader, don't get me wrong. I love my granddad, but he's got a past, like you and I. When my granddad sustained a back injury a few years ago, my aunt and father went to clean his house. They were just trying to help him out. In this house, my grandfather had piles and piles of belonging from the past, present, and future. Among the piles of newspapers, Elvis DVDs, and Burger King wrappers, my aunt discovered a curious thing. A black trash bag filled to the point of bursting. My aunt opened it and discovered that it was entirely filled with porn. Since my granddad refuses to get Wi-Fi, it should be no surprise that his pornography collection is made up of magazines, videotapes, and CDs. In fact, it was mostly CDs. One of the films was entitled, Fuck Him in the Ass and Fuck Her in the Pussy. My aunt didn't know what to do with this bisexual paraphernalia, but she knew she had to take a stand. When confronted with this information, my great-uncle Jim, who lived with my granddad at the time, blamed it on his twin brother, Frank. Footnote. His twin brother, Frank, had died a year before this incident, so Jim blamed it upon his, Jim blamed the porn on his dead brother, who had died a year ago. Back to the story. Jim claimed that having that much porn was a thing during Frank's time in Vietnam. Footnote. The collection of porn was mostly CDs. CDs were invented in 1995, which was 20 years after the Vietnam War concluded. A few days after this initial confrontation, my aunt saw a vanilla-colored suitcase and opened it up to see its contents. Once again, it was lined with porn. Again, this was blamed on my great-uncle Frank. So yeah, my grandfather was a porn hoarder and blamed it on a dead veteran. But aren't we all a little twisted?